How to use social media like LinkedIn and Facebook in 2024 to build an email list fast and free. Well, I can hear the grumblings right now. It's impossible to build a list fast and free. Well, I've got news for you. It's entirely possible. And if anybody's telling you it's not possible, it's because they're trying to sell you something to make it happen faster, but not free. If you're just getting started and you want to get started for free, this is the way to do it. And the very first thing that I want you to do is create an irresistible lead magnet. You've got to get out there and you've got to do the research into what your audience is looking for. And then I want you to create a lead magnet. This is a PDF. This is a short video perhaps that you're going to make that helps your audience solve one small problem. You don't have to give away your entire service in this. Just take a small splinter of that service, create a PDF or a video or some other piece of collateral that your audience would be willing to give you an email address in exchange for that lead magnet. You don't have to call it a lead magnet. You can call it an ebook or a guide. And when you position this thing on social media, people will reach out to you and say, I would like this. And if you are consistent in creating these lead magnets, let's say you create one a month, at the end of a year, you'll have 12 lead magnets out there with the potential for each giving you 5 to 10 leads a day passively. Think about how many leads that would be, how many email addresses that would be in your mailing list, and you're not having to pay for any of them because you took the time to create the thing that people want, and they're willing to give you their email address for it. Let me give you a special note, a special tip on this. We always want to make sure that we're staying compliant with email regulations, and we don't want to do anything sneaky on LinkedIn. I'm actually going to share a real sneaky tactic that people are using that makes people hate them in a few minutes on LinkedIn in particular, but we want to stay compliant. So let's make sure when people give us their email addresses, I like to say things like, hey, I'm going to send this ebook over to you. I'm also going to send you some other educational emails that I think you're going to love. Is that cool with you? If they say no, don't ever email them again. Don't even email them the lead magnet or the ebook. Don't email them at all. But the people who say yes, send them what you've made, and now send them follow-up emails, and that's where you can put them into your email sequence. For the last 25 years, I have had thousands of paying clients who I have helped wildly grow their businesses. These are people who are inspired to have an impact on others, and they simply want to get paid beautifully for what they love to do. So I help them do that, but I do it in a way like you might not think. And if you don't have a lead magnet, but you have the ability to teach, one of the things that you could do is offer a free training or a free workshop. And when you offer this on your socials, when you offer it on LinkedIn, when you put it in your bio, when you create social content about it, people will say, yeah, I'd love to be a part of that. You could simply send them to a registration page where it captures their email address, and then you send them information about how to attend your class. So I bet everybody watching this right now could come up with a short class that they could deliver. Then you go to your socials, go to LinkedIn, create a couple of posts about it, ask people if they'd like to attend this free class. When they say yes, get their email address so you can send them the link for where they can attend, like a Zoom link. And this is a really predictable way to build your email list. And all you have to do, deliver that class, give them a small transformation, and then that's a little bonus. Make sure you make an offer there as well so that you can turn some of those people into clients. Oh, and by the way, if you would like to brainstorm with me about how you attract clients from social media, I'm going to put a link right here to my calendar. I'll also include that in the video description so that you can grab 15 minutes on my calendar. I'll ask you a bunch of questions and give you a bunch of advice. There is an unethical practice that I see people engaging in on LinkedIn. And in addition to being unethical, it's something that if you do it, people are just going to hate you. So I would advise against going on LinkedIn and scraping email addresses of your contacts and then automatically enrolling them in your newsletter. This just happened to me a couple of weeks ago. I got a connection from someone, and within a few days, I'm starting to get automated autoresponder emails from her because she took my email address from my bio and put it into her mailing list. So guess what? I hate her. I really don't hate her. I don't really hate anybody for that matter, but I really hate that she did that because it's unethical and it just feels weird. So don't do that. The temptation might be there. I would strongly advise against you doing that. And the third strategy I want to give you is something that I think a lot of people ignore, but after today, you won't be able to ignore it. You'll want to do this. But before I do that, if you would like the opportunity to meet with me and brainstorm about how you get clients from social media, not a sales call in disguise, there is a link right here on the screen and also in the video description that you can hop onto and grab some time on my calendar. Go into your bio on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on all of the socials, and put your newsletter link there. If you're using any kind of CRM to capture leads, you'll have a link to subscribe to your newsletter. That should be in your bio everywhere so that when people are exploring who you are and they go to your bio, they're going to see a link to your newsletter. Make sure that link says something so captivating and compelling. Make a big promise for what your newsletter delivers. People will click on it and people will go and figure it out. They will subscribe to your newsletter. So we've got 3 really solid strategies. We've got a PDF or recorded video that you can use as a lead magnet. We're going to offer live classes in exchange for an email address. And then we're going to promote our mailing list, our newsletter list, or our mailing list in all of our bios. You start doing this today, you'll have emails coming in today.